These are the world's coolest military ATV. Militaries from all around the world have some awesome ATV, ranging from small two-seaters to massive personnel carriers. Everyone knows that the military needs to be able to operate in all terrain and in all weather. We all know how it is so much easier to cut across the countryside in an ATV, and that is no different for the military on the move. Although often not actually listed in an Army's list of equipment on many sites, mostly due to how cheap and simple they are, many armies have a whole range of ATV. Sometimes they look like the fun and adventurous ATV you might go off-roading in, and at other times they look more at home on a farm or range somewhere. One of the most important things for the military is mobility, and in low-intensity conflicts, ATV are just the answer. Often, ATV and motorcycles are part of the equipment of the Special Forces rather than the actual Army. Tomcar, Australia. The Australians build their own ATV. The Aussies have built a version of the Tomcar to be both ultra-lightweight with a heavy-duty frame, allowing it to be dropped from aircraft and hit the ground running. The Aussies claim their vehicle is the strongest in its class, and that it is very durable, easy to repair and maintain, and able to operate in all types of terrain. It can also be reconfigured to carry either soldiers or payloads. Sportsman MV850. The Sportsman MV850 is a military quad bike built by Polaris and is supplied to the U.S. military. The Sportsman is basically a regular quad that you will find any farmer using. Quads of this sort are the AVT of choice on New Zealand farms and ranches. The Sportsman can carry a payload of 850 pounds of military equipment and has seating for one. When thinking of military vehicles, quad bikes tend not to be the vehicles that come to mind. Polaris Dagger A1. Polaris is one of the main suppliers of ATV to the U.S. military. It also supplies its Dagger series of ATV. The Dagger can carry up to 9 soldiers in their gear and is fitted with a turbo diesel or JP8 engine. The Dagger can carry a payload of up to 4,000 pounds and has an impressive 500-mile range, presumably on-road range. The Dagger comes with a removable half windshield to help direct some of the dust and wind away from the occupants. Military M274 truck. The M274 ACA, the military mule, was a very odd-looking vehicle that served in the U.S. military between 1956 and the 1980s. This was a strange design that could carry up to half a short ton off-road and had a top speed of 25 miles per hour. In the course of their production, some 11,270 of these military mules were produced. The HMMWV, ACA Humvee, was meant to replace it, but it couldn't, so it was replaced with the M-Gator. M-Gator. Produced by the company John Deere, famous for their farming tractors and equipment, the M-Gator has been in service in the military for many years now. It has a top speed of around 20 miles per hour and is powered by a 20.8 horsepower engine. Oddly, its reverse speed is around the same as its forward speed, with 20 miles per hour forward vs 19.4 miles per hour reverse. It has a cargo capacity of 1,000 pound and a towing capacity of 1,400 pound. The Springer. The Springer is the British Army's answer to a military ATV. In 2009, the British Army bought 75 of these vehicles for $10.3 million. The Springer ATV is based on the Tomcar and can carry loads of around 1 ton. The Springers are often used to supply soldiers on the front line when it is difficult to reach them with larger vehicles. After all, sometimes it can be next to impossible to get normal cargo trucks to the front line. The Gamma Goat. Looking something like a World War II era Jeep gone wrong, the Gamma Goat was a 6-wheel drive, semi-amphibious off-road vehicle. It was designed to meet the requirements for the U.S. Army during the Vietnam War. They were replaced by commercial utility cargo vehicles and Humvees. They were particularly noted for their ability to traverse very difficult terrain. But perhaps one of the most memorable things about this ATV was its rather peculiar name. Vityaz DT30. So far in this list, we have been focusing on ultralight ATV, like the ones regular people could use for their family off-roading trips. The massive Soviet Vityaz DT30 still meets the definition of an ATV. This articulated track carrier was developed by the USSR and was super awesome. The Vityaz DT30 was designed to carry heavy loads in particularly difficult terrain like in snow, sand, and the many swamps in Russia, and in Russia's extreme weather conditions. In summary, there are many fun and interesting ATV in the Army. It's not all tanks and armored personnel carriers.